All right, here with head coach Mel Pearson.
Coach, obviously not as clear a win as last night, but still nice to get the victory, isn't it?
Well, they don't ask you how, especially at the end of the year when you look at the wins and loss columns. But I thought it was a good performance by our team tonight. I thought we played hard enough and well enough to deserve the win. We got a couple of bounces maybe tonight that we haven't gotten in some of the other close games, and I think it's got a way of evening itself out. And good for Alex Patan. I know he was joking, that was his first shot on goal. But a big goal, great crowd, nice way to send our fans home tonight.
What's the key to overtime when there's such tight margins of error and there's just a 5-minute window?
Yeah, you just got to get everything at the net. And, I think both teams played to win tonight, which I like. Sometimes you get into overtime situation and there's a team that's playing not to lose instead of to win. And, they're a program like us, they're in transition a little bit. But it's a big win. You just try to keep things simple in overtime and just get, every puck you can to the net and just hope that one finds its way in. And, overtime 5 minutes is short, so you don't, we shortened the bench a little bit. We didn't have David Johnson for the third period of overtime, so we basically went to 3 lines, and I played that line a little bit more near the end, and thank goodness they got it done.
Anything you say to the team in between in particular?
No, not really. You just give them 1 or 2 reminders. If you put too many things in their head, they sort of forget about things, and they're tired at that point. I mean, the second game of the weekend, hard-fought game. You're just trying to say, play on the right side of the puck, get it out, get it in, and everything at the net. Just a few reminders. And I thought we did a pretty good job in overtime. They had the one chance, though. They had the one good chance there, and Phoenix did a nice job.
Did you wish you still had your timeout there with all those icings where you could have set something up?
Well,
in the offensive zone?
And that's the one thing about using your timeout early in the game. We used it we got caught out there, trapped out for a long shift, and we iced the puck, and you can't change, obviously. So I wish I had it. I wish we had as many as basketball does. They got so many, but you have to be careful when you use them.
We don't need these games to be longer. You don't want us
No,
to basketball.
I'm just teasing, but would have liked to have it. Yeah.
Any update on David at this point?
Yeah, he's fine. I think he could have played, but they're very cautious. Obviously, he had an upper body injury a couple weeks ago, and it's similar to that in nature, and which is fine. He wasn't feeling well all week, actually. He was a little bit sick and whatnot, so I think he's a little dehydrated and whatnot. So they just kept him out for precautionary reasons. I expect him in practice on Monday.
Good for Baltus to get the first of his career.
Yeah.
Does that just make it kind of easier once you get that first one going?
Well, I hope so. I think it takes, it lessens the pressure you put on yourself. He's an offensive type player, but good for him. And he hasn't played in a while, and he came in the game, and you're hoping for a little spark to add to your team, and I thought he gave us one. I thought both he and Malcolm Gould came in the lineup and did a real good job for us tonight. It makes it tough on the coaches now going forward because we do have some depth, especially up front. And we'll get Dan Silva back on defense too, so we'll have some tough decisions going forward.
They obviously played a much better third period than they had the first 2.
Yeah.
What changed, other than obviously David not being lined up for you?
Well, I think the power plays. We took the penalty, 3 minutes into the period, and that puts you on your heels. And of course they score, and now they've got the momentum, and sure enough they get another power play. So I think those penalties, without the penalties, I thought we hopefully would have had a strong third period like we did last night. I think our guys are in great shape. Tyler Shalast, our strength and conditioning coach, has done an outstanding job with our team. But the penalties do put you on your heels.
You said that top line you think could be one of the best in college hockey. They really flashed that ability on the power play today with a pinpoint pass and nice crash there and shot.
Yeah, they're playing off each other pretty well, but it all starts with defense. I think they're doing a real good job defensively, and that line has a little bit of everything. They have some speed, they have some finesse, they have some strength and some physicality. They've got some grit, so they've got a chance to be a real good line, and good for them. They had a real good weekend for us, and I mentioned our best players. Supposedly our best players have to be our best players to give ourselves a chance to win, and they did that this weekend, and good for them.
Phoenix gives up 2 goals. Maybe that first one he might want back, but what did you think of his performance on the night and on the weekend as well?
Well, it's outstanding. He didn't get a lot of action again tonight, nor many grade A scoring opportunities, but those are sometimes the harder games to play when you're not seeing a lot of flurries and a lot of shots. But yeah, that first one was a little bit of a fluke, but not much he could do about it. Overall, I thought he had an outstanding weekend, and if he continues to play like this, we're going to win a lot of hockey games. And it's good to win for him because he has played so well this year, and he hasn't had much to show for it, so good for him.
3-0 home, Coach. Lake Superior State next weekend. What are the thoughts?
Well, it's going to be another good series, another hard-fought series, like we had this weekend. They're off to a great start, and they're playing very well. They've got a senior-laden team, especially on defense, so it's going to be hard to get to the net. They've got 2 senior goaltenders. Goals are going to be hard to come by, but I like our energy. I like our jump. I love our fan support at home. The students, I mean, they're lined up early to get in the building, and another great crowd, and our team really feeds off that. So, kudos to our students and our fans for really making this a tough place to play.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.